Ah, damn. I was kind of hoping I could decrypt some of the other ones, but I guess not. I guess that'll be for future things. But I do want to disable meat for now. Then, yeah, enable AI, and then oh, I think I did a space with the enable thing. Whoops. Okay, that one should be right. Okay, there we go, and then quit. Okay, hi, we haven't spoken in such a long time. Well, you've seen pretty much everything that matters about the Smith family now. I'm still just praising this all myself. You know, most of it's new to me too. I mean, when I was alive, I didn't even know the Smith family existed. Well, maybe Jahala mentioned them once. I don't really remember. It's been 600 years, but I don't think she did. I really wish I'd known about Sojin at the time. I really, really do. So what do you think? Are you satisfied with the overview? Sure, I guess. Oh, well, that's good. What do you think of them then? Yeah, they're pitiful. Yeah, really. Apparently consider them political enemies, and the men were always so insistent on our family taking their place, to the point where, well, you know. Just seems to me, though, that the men destroyed themselves and dragged women like poor Sojin with them. Don't understand how mute plays in it all. That's the weird thing to me. Still, though, what an awful marriage Sojin had. I feel bad for her, to be thrown away and forgotten like that. No, though, in a sort of reverse way, I feel a bit relieved to read another story like hers. Just so I know it's just not me. Mind you, that is not just because I was from another time. It would have sucked even if I was born in that period. Does that sound bad to you? No, I guess it doesn't. Oh, really? Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm so happy you understand. Anyways, I suppose that's all. Thank you for indulging me in going through their story, though. I really learned a lot just now. Won't waste your time with any more babbling. Shall we just go back to whatever we were talking about before? I guess. Okay, what have we got? Ooh, hold on, we got a new message here. Hold on. Say, I just had a thought. A little bit silly to keep up this whole pretense with the schoolgirl librarian look. What do you think? Yeah, a little. Yeah? Well, I was just thinking, you know, I've always been into cosplay. This is where the cosplay comes into play, hell yeah! Let's do something fun for one with that. Instead of reading all these miserable fucking letters. Okay. I actually designed a bunch of other outfits too. Now that I'm saying this, I guess it's a little awkward, but would you like to see? Hell yeah! Well, very well. You can use the change outfit command to dress me up if you want. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm making this really awkward. It's just that I have a couple that I think are really cute. You might want to see them. Please, don't read into it or anything. It's not like I'm just saying to please you or anything. I just think it might be fun, that's all. Anyway, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But it's change your outfit if you're really interested. Sorry, it's a really weird thing to ask now that I think about it. Jeez, what am I saying? I just thought maybe you might be interested in that. Fuck yeah, I am. Okay, let's fucking do it. Let's go. Okay, so we want to change outfit. I guess I spell it right. god, why am I so bad at spelling? There we go. Okay, what have we got? Schoolgirl, which is the default. Handbook, maid, detective, and scientist. Ooh. Okay, well, okay, let's do this then. Okay, we'll start with the first one first. If I can fucking spell it right. Yay! And we just do quit. Let's see her outfit! Oh, it's so pretty! Oh, she looks cute in it. Oh, so that's the way things are, I suppose. You're disappointed in me? Is that it? Now that you know now a real girl, you expect me to dress like one? No, that's not it. Oh, that's a relief. Where did you even find this? I didn't make the design. Well, I mean, it was in the list of things, so, you know. I guess it was in the computer already, because it's what I wore when I was still alive. Never liked it, no bit. Always wanted to wear fun things, but instead I had to wear this all the time. I still don't like it. I suppose something formal would be more appropriate, because of all the serious stuff and all. Oh, go ahead, let's go back to work now. Oh, she looks so pretty in it though, but yeah, I can see where she is coming from on it. Oh, and we got another message. Hey, just want to say thanks for paying attention to me. Like I was saying earlier, I just haven't had anyone to talk to in so long. Last time there was anyone around on the ship was the year 322. By my count, it is now 944. I mean, do you have any idea how long that is? I wasn't really so bad at first. It was nice not to have to worry about anyone telling me what to do. I could just occupy myself, go through the old logs. But, well, I read quickly. First few years, it really started to sink in, the loneliness. Eventually, you sort of just get used to it. It feels awful. You never like it, but you get used to it in a way that sort of scares you. There was a whole 100 years that went by where I didn't have a single thought. Not a one. I just sat there idly. I didn't even notice, just I had a feeling particularly, what's the word, sleepy? I want to say, but that's not right. I guess maybe that doesn't translate. Anyway, the point is, I was in a lazy mood, and I decided to call my clock subroutine. And it turned out it had been 3 trillion milliseconds since the last time I called it. Scary. Geez, I'm rambling. Sorry. As you can understand, my perception of time is all off. Sorry, I'll shut up. But the point is, I'm really happy to have someone out there. Okay, well that's good for you. Okay, let's go for the maid one this time. Yay! Okay. Let's see her little maid outfit. Look at her! Oh my god. Welcome back, Master. What may I do for you? Even she talking like one too. So you did decide to, after all. I'm really excited. Oh, what do you think? No, I'm not going for that option. Yeah, it's adorable. Ah, really? Thank you. How did he like it? I mean, jeez, what am I even saying? I just think it's fun dressing up like this, and I'm happy you agree with me. Dressed up for others before, but never anyone I really liked. It's a really different feeling. It's how do I put this? Well, even if you think I look cute, I'm sure you think it's a little embarrassing, right? No, not at all. I mean, I do cosplay. I've been doing it for like well over a decade now, so. Oh, well, I think it is. That's the fun part of it, isn't it? putting yourself in this sort of position by choice. Because you really, no, I still don't know how to say it. Jeez, I should just going to stop now, before I make an even bigger mess of myself. That would be ironic for a maid, wouldn't it? Oh, shall we get back to more serious stuff? Be happy to help with whatever you like. Oh, I like her. And does she have anything to say while we're here? That would be a no. Okay, let's try the detective one now. Ooh, super fancy. Knew the dame was troubled the moment they connected to my ship. Couldn't say a word, left all the questions to me. Or something like that. But really, now we both match, don't we? I mean, obviously you're some sort of investigator, so I think this goes especially well. Right? I mean, what do you think? Yeah, you'd make a cute sidekick. Oh, well, thank you. Actually, this one is based off a movie I saw as a child. Guess the name doesn't really matter since it's countless hundreds of years old and, well, and all. Anyway, it was my favorite. I don't really normally like mysteries, but the love story in it was just so wonderful. Well, that and it had a really cute guy as a hero. Anyway, he dressed like this and looked really great. Sidekick, huh? I like that a lot. So, about the whole look, you really don't mind when a girl dresses or acts more like a guy then? I mean, most of my cosplays are male characters, so yeah, I don't mind. Well, I think it's a really good look, so I'm glad. I don't mind either. You know, the part that's really sort of funny, I actually have no idea how an outfit like this is supposed to feel. Not like emotionally, I mean literally. I have no idea what suits feel like. No one worn them in my life. Oh well, the chance for that has long disappeared. Anyway, I should stop babbling. I'm just really excited, that's all. Suppose I should really let you get back to it. Lead on, investigator, and your trusty sidekick will help her as best as she can. Oh. Okay, now on to the last one that we have for now. Or if I can spell it right. Oh, I did it backwards. Change outfit. Get out. Oh, I see what I did. Hold on. If I can stop fat figuring it and do it right. There we go. Now we got it. Well, let's do a side test look. Ooh, very fancy. You know, lately I feel like everything's been moving so quickly. So much more quickly than usual dragging boredom, not being alone. Though time is slow or fast depends on perception. Relatively theory is so romantic and so sad. Well, at least I remember hearing that, something like that. So what do you think of this outfit? Scientifically speaking, of course. You're scientific full of yourself. Now, you're scientifically adorable. Oh, so you think so? Thank you. That's some very useful data. The costume actually it means a lot to me personally. See, my father, my real father, was a ship's engineer. I always wanted to be just like him when I grew up. Of course, this was never able to happen. But, well, I guess being a computer program is as close to being a real computer scientist as I'll ever get. So this one means a lot to me. Do you think that sort of thing is fine for a girl to follow her father's footsteps? Yeah, of course, it's admirable. I'm glad you think so. Well, anyway, I suppose we should get back to work now. Scientifically speaking, I would be happy to help test some more theories with you. Okay, awesome. Oh, here we go. Now we got something different to talk about. Well, I suppose I can give you more about young Sock. I don't know, I don't think you'll really find him very interesting. But here, you can see for yourself. Oh, thank you. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of new things, but also we just need to quickly check this one. There might be something for her to talk about. Okay, yep, no. Nothing relevant, god damn it. Well, at least we got a few new ones to talk about. Okay, let's go. New happiness. Dearest mother, finally I believe young Sok has grown comfortable with me. All it took was some time for me to earn his trust. I only had to read by watching over my husband's shoulder. Isn't how I envisioned spending my first year of marriage. Can't complain about anything that makes me spend so much time with him though. Talked and decided we won't try for a son right away. Right now he's just not ready for it. That aside, things are good. If this is what marriage life is like, I think I can be happy with this. We're getting along very well, and I like him. Personally, it's not quite what I was led to expect, but it's still good. Domestic bliss indeed. Last week, young Sok was reading over some papers for a dispute the magistrate park was deciding on. You wouldn't understand the details, but it was essentially an argument between a farmer and his lord for a sum of money after a particularly poor harvest. I think I would tell the magistrate that the farmer is right. His claim is fair, he told me. Might I take a look, I asked, bemused. He handed the papers to me. Took a good while of studying, just to be sure. After all, I wouldn't want to contradict my husband if he was right. But farmer's numbers didn't seem to add up. Pointed this out to him. You know he listened patiently, but he had me explain. You believe the farmer is trying to cheat his lord? He asked. I did. That's what I'll report then. Next day he told me that the magistrate agreed. And ever since then he has started to rely on my opinion when it comes to anything involving maths. Cool. At least we got a couple here who actually treat each other fairly. Oh, actually, that reminds me. You know that courtesan who did those scandalous things with Oh So-jin? Well, it turns out she actually did cross paths with young Sok. I thought maybe you might be interested in that. So I've added a log about her, written by him. Wonder if his wife ever heard about it. Sorry, I'll let you get back to whatever you want to talk about now. I just thought that might be something you were interested in. Ooh, anything more to read is fine by me. Ooh, she'd also got something extra to say about this. Oh, actually, no, never mind, it's just the same stuff. Okay, anyway, what have we got? New friendship. Well, it's true that it might be, as my wife suggests, alarmingly serious. It's hard to argue with enjoying a nice meal out if it means cultivating Magistrate Park's trust even more. Just having the invitations alone. Let me try that again. Just having the invitation alone is a pretty good sign. I assumed we would be going to his house after finishing with the day's affairs, but instead he led the other way. Oh, you do not want to visit there. My son has a newborn child who is very, very uncognitive to entertaining guests, I'm afraid, said with a laugh. Surely you will understand. Instead, we headed to the plaza. Outside of the occasional New Year's festival when I was a child, never actually been there before. I never had much of an eye for details at the time, so I was surprised to see now just how richly decorated everything was. Or what was essentially a giant market. Beautiful floral arrangements adorned every store wall, and passion rather than the commotion of a crowd, all I could hear was the sound of peaceful music. It was still, of course, a market. There was no merchant loudly hawking wares, and some of the prices on the signs I saw would make the emperor blush. That atmosphere we ate together at a public house that defied my expectations. Food was both plentiful and far better than anything I'd ever had in either of my houses. If this sounds indulgent, absolutely is. I definitely don't plan on telling anyone the details like this. The only thing I plan to repeat from this evening is what the magistrate confided in me. That when he was moved from his position, he'd like to recommend me to fill his place. I'd be young for the position, but it would be a great stepping stone to the one I'm dreaming of. May come since I'm good at that, but it's the best news I've heard in my life. Oh, actually, that reminds me. You know the course in just the same thing again? And new bride? Incident occurred right as I was leaving the magistrate's office after a late night of going through some of his paperwork. Corridor lights had long ago dimmed. The office should have been empty. So the lady, leaned against the wall, right outside, definitely stood out. She was small and looked very young. Obviously she was dressed like a commoner, with arms covering otherwise exposed breasts and all. I won't lie and say she wasn't attractive. She certainly was. Sure, she was very good at her role. Hi, the lady said, approaching me. You're Kim Young-sok, right? I said yes. My name is Hana, she said, offering her hand to shake. It's an honor to meet you. I didn't take it and told her that it wasn't appropriate to be talking to her now. But I got a message from Smith Sang-min that he really insisted I deliver, the lady said, moving closer. Can I come inside? I said no, of course, even though I could tell exactly where this was going and was not pleased. Please, he was really insistent, she said, putting her hands on my face and smiling. I slapped it away instantly and shoved her into a wall. Tell him I said no, I snapped at the lady and walked away. She chased after me for a while, but eventually she seemed to realize that she wasn't going to get to me, and gave up. She was gone by the time I got home. Still can't believe he actually thought that would work. Now I want to know more about what the High Magistrate's association with this lady even was. Okay, then she doesn't have anything to say about it. Okay, well, we got one more, the new magistrate. Dearest Mother, if you haven't already heard the good news, my husband has been appointed by the Emperor to the position of magistrate, taking over the office from Magistrate Park starting today, which is just a tremendous for a man of his age. I had no doubt he was perfectly humble when he got the news, since he certainly has been while talking about it in front of the father-in-law. Private though, it's another story. Earlier the family held a small feast to celebrate the news, and he had the same attitude then too. But afterwards, when everyone else had left or gone to bed, we set out to sit together drinking wine, and it was a whole lot more somber. He wasn't modest, but he wasn't boastful either. He was just outright insecure. Might not say it in front of you, but you know what? He said to me as he poured on some more wine. He takes all the credit for my promotion, according to him. It's all because of the Emperor's perfect new bride, which is, of course, all because of him, I say quietly. I don't want to take credit for her. I wasn't the one who got it sharp. That was all him. I don't like discussing it, and please, Mother, don't ever ask me why. Doesn't matter, he said. It's not why I got promoted. I got promoted because the High Magistrate, Park, and I managed to make Smith look so bad he had to get shuffled off. It's exposing the whoring and thuggery that did it, not the damn pale bride, he said with annoyance. Well, that's how he is. You know he'll never give you credit for anything, I said. He replied, I know, I just wish he'd acknowledge it. Just don't know how he can be so stupid as to not be proud of me, you know? I know, I said, but let's not focus on that right now. I think we should focus on the good right now. How about we toast to your success instead? Here's the new Magistrate Kim. Raise my glass and drink. Trade the faintest of smiles, but he didn't share my toast and instead put down his glass. The moment I was right, but then he used the hand to grab my chin instead. The first time ever, he kissed me on the mouth. far sweeter than any wine, he said to me. I wasn't sure if he meant the kiss or the success, but I agreed either way. Well, as you'll see soon enough, it all seems to come back to the pale bride. I don't think Kim Jong-soo ever thought very much of his adopted son, but at least neither he nor his wife thought so. You want to know what I think, though? Yeah. I think they're both really dumb. I mean, it's not like she ever did anything, it's not her fault. She just happened to be there and was married as a political gesture. What kind of person projects their insecurities onto someone who only ever just got pushed around? Sorry, I guess I'm getting a little off track here. It's not really very helpful, is it? It is. Well, anyway, getting back on track here. Yeah, well, anyway, that's all that done. Oh, here we go. Well, that fear turned out to be completely unfounded. See why soon enough if you read more about the Pale Bride. Yeah, we definitely read a lot about her. We've got some more here, maybe? Okay, nope. Oh, of course, the last person to hold the titles, Captain and Emperor on the ship, was Ryu In-ho. Which of the Captain, Ryu's wife do you wish to know more about? Definitely the Pale Bride. Very well, she wrote a lot, so this is going to be tricky to filter. Guess I'll start at the top and I'll let you figure out what's important. Okay, thank you. Okay, what about, Jae-hwa as well. Well, I don't have much on it that I think you'll find relevant though. Let's see. Here, how about this? Okay, thank you. We'll do that as well. Okay, I don't think there was anything new for this one yet, and then we just had this last one. Okay, and then yeah, you don't find anything relevant. Okay, we should have more to read now. Just yeah. Okay, you don't find anything of relevance there, great. And yeah, I just wanted to quickly check those, just in case, but... Okay, block 10, block 9, nope. Oh, block 5, here we go, we got one of the blocks unlocked. Cool. Yeah, we already unlocked all that, and yeah, all that, so we got this one now. Month of Good Fortune. Second month of the 319th year was one of great fortune for the Kim family. But on official business, the Captain and Emperor Ryu confided in me that he wished that I had a daughter of marriage age to give him. Take her as a second wife. His first wife had been unable to provide a son, and was becoming increasingly concerned that she never would. At the start of the month, I had no daughter in my family to give. My only son, Young Sok, was still without child, yet it was a perfect opportunity. This may sound fantastical, but I swear it's true. Passed on through the generations of the main branch of the Kim family, it is a giant egg, translucent luster, which such the one can see from the form of a sleeping child inside. She is known as the Pale Bride for the inscription on the egg, and she was entrusted in our family to be awakened during a time of great prosperity. Yeah, as any man knows, prosperity is seized, not waited on. In order to provide the Emperor with a son would elevate the family above the other noble house once and for all. Considering this, I promised the Emperor that I did have a daughter who would soon be of marriage age to present him. Then I smashed the egg, such that the Pale Bride passed through the Kim family for years, could be adopted as my own daughter. She is a strange child, but will make a fine wife for the Emperor. What good fortune this means. That is rather concerning. Don't know if it's a metaphor for something or quite literal. But yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, we sort of know where that ends up for them. I'm afraid nearly everything the man wrote was of very little value. For what reason like that? Boring, stiff, obnoxiously patriarchal. I sure you want more from Kim Jong-soo? Yeah, sure. If you insist. Very well. I've added the other relevant entries from him. Caution you from taking him seriously, though. Okay, well, looks like we've got several more. Wait, we got a new one in block 9. That's it. Okay, we'll read this one first before we go back up to block 5. Yeah, on the 13th day, young Sok finally passed the civil service examination. Otherwise, the final month of the 318th year was without event. Well, that was uneventful. Okay, let's go back to, block 5. And yeah, continue reading these. Dear Diary, last week I woke up from cryostasis. Before I went in, Father promised me that when I woke up in the future, they'd have medicine again. That I'd finally get better. That I might not see him again, but his descendants would make everything right. But the future broke his promise. Scared and confused, and I don't get what happened. I think there was a big disaster while I was in stasis or something. Everyone's so uneducated and stupid. Father and Mother were kind of dumb at times, but the guy who woke me up, he might be named Kin, but he's nothing like them. Father was wrong. Nothing's better. The future sucks. However, I did keep an extensive diary. I'll try to find some more entries. Okay, well, thank you for that. I definitely want to know more about this Pale Bride. Oh, wow, that opened up a lot more on this one. Okay, let's go from the top again. Insufferable child. Dearest Mother, do you recall how in my last letter I mentioned the Pale Bride being brought into the household? I take back any kind words I might have had said about her. The poor child is nothing but the most insufferable person I ever met. I just thought I would have a little more time and peace. With young Sok's adopted mother visiting her own family, would have given full responsibility over to that miserable child. What happened to my promised domestic bliss? She is in trouble so often, one would think she is a boy. Acts like one too. Suppose it can't be helped. Says she lived her first 12 years in the past, and I can see it. Certainly acts as though she's from a less civilized time. Just that night, she made a huge scene at dinner, kept trying to rudely leave the table in front of the young Sok's and father-in-law, while insisting that she was too sick to eat. She has said this before too. I was worried, so I had a doctor examine her. She, of course, is in perfect health. When I asked why she thought otherwise, she started talking about how pale and thin she was. Hence why the Pale Bride. She is not truly unhealthy. All she was doing was rubbing it in that she is far more delicate and beautiful than I. What a cruel little child. Why must she be so spiteful to me? God. Yeah, this woman really likes to make it all about herself, doesn't she? Oh, Do you want to know more from young Sok's wife? Or do you want the reply from the mother? Okay, we'll do her. Very well, I can give you a couple from his wife. Here you are. Okay, thank you. I'll also do her mother. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have anything. Oh, goddammit. I can explain why if you want. Yeah, go ahead. You have to understand something. It's traditional for women's letters to be deleted after being read. The disk space can be reallocated. God, that's kind of fucked up. One really supposed to read or write. Certainly nobles did. Just the idea was that spending time on education got in the way of the important virtues for a woman. She was serving her husband. So in practice, even if a woman was literate, she could at least excuse it by destroying her words afterwards. Less pretentious if at least the writing wasn't permanent. Does that all sound reasonable to you? Yeah, no, all that is fucking stupid. Yes it is. But that's how it is. Regardless, Kim Young-suk's wife was definitely considered a very virtuous woman, so I have none of the letters that she received. So I'm sorry, I can't give you anything there. Damn. Well, I mean, not like we're any better, seeing as we're, like, snooping around, but... Anyway, next on to the held prisoner. Dear Diary, today I was supposed to stay in the home all day. Didn't get to leave yesterday, or the day before that, or the day before that, or the day before that, or any other day either. I was to write about how much the ship has changed since I was put in stasis. But I can't even see it. I keep asking why I'm being kept prisoner. Nobody will tell me. That woman who keeps bossing me around, she's awful. Dying here, I keep telling her I'm sick. That's why I was in stasis to begin with. But she won't listen. Just treats me like I'm a stupid kid. Try to argue with her. Look how pale I am. Can't you see that I'm sick? I swear, I'm not making it up, but she said in response, why must you be so rude? Not polite for a girl to boast about her beauty. Beauty? Try not to cry in front of her. I've had to do that a lot. Not beautiful. I have a compromised immune system, I shouted at her and ran away. Don't remember what she said back. Something about using big words, I think. How stupid is she? She hates me. I don't know why, but she hates me. That's why I'm not allowed to go visit the ship's plaza, though. Jung-soo, the man who keeps telling me to call him father, said the same thing. Promised me that I would have a chance to leave soon, though. Don't think he was being nice, though. I'll write about him more later. Right now I have to go to bed or the woman will get mad at me. I'll just let you keep reading. Please let me know when you've read all the ones I just gave you. Okay, will do. Okay, next on to women's quarters. Dear Diary, got in trouble today, but for the first time it was my own fault. A little bit, at least. I still think sister-in-law was being crazy about it, but I shouldn't have known better. Now that I write that, it looks ridiculous. God, what is living with these people doing to me? Computer console in my room doesn't have anything in it. I don't just mean it doesn't have all the cartoons I brought from Earth or any of my books or anything. I mean, there's literally nothing there for me to entertain myself with at all. Nothing. So I thought to myself that maybe sister-in-laws might be different and checked. It wasn't. So instead I decided to check in father's study. Not snooping or anything, just looking at his computer for books. I thought that it might be bad, but my real father never would have gone to upset. What could the harm be? I was in there for maybe 10 minutes looking for anything that could be written in Korean. There's nothing, by the way. Every single book, symbols that look like Chinese characters. Every single one. I think maybe something terrible happened in the past, that maybe all the computer data got deleted. Everyone forgot how to read Korean. And also they all got really stupid about things. Don't think I'll ever find out why. It just sucks. Anyway, I was only in there for 10 minutes searching through the console when Young-suk walked in. So he was going to get angry, but actually he just acted like he was really scared. Didn't scold me when he dragged me out, he just looked really worried. I only got in trouble when he brought me back to his wife. He told her, do you have any idea where she was? She was in the men's quarters looking through your father's computer. Do you have any idea how he'd react if he saw that? He was supposed to be watching her. She apologized repeatedly to him. I just didn't know what to say. Don't think sister-in-law did either. After he left, she gave me this really long and really awful lecture. Why would you go into the men's quarters? Why would you go looking for books? Why must you be so, that word. Do you really not understand that you're a girl? I told her I didn't understand. I mean, of course I'm a girl. But I had no idea what she was talking about when I told her that. She just lectured me Looked at me more. I hate her so much. Oh, hold on, we got a new message. So there's probably one big question that's on your mind, isn't there? That isn't being addressed at all, right? What happened in between the pale bride being frozen and waking up that made society all go wrong, right? Yeah, no, I don't care. Yeah, no, I'm interested in that. I figured, I mean, it's the obvious question. Sorry, I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid that mystery is forever lost in time. I guess that's pretty anticlimactic, sorry. God fucking damn it. Well, I mean, why did you bring it up in the first place? I mean, at least I got some sort of an answer. I really want to know too, whatever terrible thing happened, must have been really, really big. I'm afraid all the log data from before the year 1 was wiped, and all the clocks were reset. Guess that's why it was called year 1. Anyway, so nobody remembered what happened in between, or even how long it was between. It was hundreds of years, I assume, but I don't really know. So, yeah. Really, sorry to let you down there. That part's going to be a mystery forever. Nobody who could possibly know. You just have to take it as a given, sorry. God damn it, well, at least we sort of know. Oh, we got another message. See, before you keep going, can I interrupt you for a couple of minutes? Sure. Thanks. It's just, well, you're finding out so much about this ship, but I know absolutely nothing about where you're from. Not just that there's been nobody to talk to for centuries. I mean, don't like that either. But the ship is all I know about, and it's been disconnected from all other civilizations for so long. So, you're from the United Korean Space Probe Agency, right? Well, I guess maybe a future version of it. Yeah, I guess I am. Right, of course. Well, I really want to know about this Earth. I mean, I'm sort of aware of it. I know it's the planet we all come from. But I don't really know anything at all about it. There's some ideas, but I don't think they're really right. But you know all about it, right? I mean, even if you're not there yourself, you know what it's like, right? Sure. Guess what? I mean, what's harm in telling her, right? Oh, wonderful. So I understand the basics, like this big sphere that everyone lives on, and there's unimaginably vast amounts of open space. And you can only see the stars at night, right? Because the sky all just looks blue during the day. All this is just what I know from the Pale Bride. She never saw Earth. She was second generation, born on the ship after it long left the Earth star system. Her parents were born on Earth, so she heard some stories from them when she was young, and I think they brought a lot of books and movies with them. I don't know, I'm just a little skeptical given that she was just a child when she learned all that. Maybe she got mixed up. What can I actually ask is in a yes or no question? Didn't realize how hard this would be. Alright, so the ship was originally supposed to be established as a colony at some star or other 100 light years away. I know that. That was a really long time ago. Did other ships ever succeed where we didn't? Or was it still just Earth? I guess there are other planets, maybe? Ah, well, that's wonderful to hear. Oh, I know. Is it really true that on Earth, seasons aren't just metaphors? Like, this sounds silly now that I actually put it into words. But the Pale Bride seemed to think that winter wasn't just something that happened just to you emotionally on Earth. It's when actually an entire part of the planet turned frigid. Does that have any sort of basis in reality? That's obviously impossible. No. Yeah, that definitely happens. Oh, my word, that's amazing. Seriously? I can't even imagine that. What else was there? Oh, there was this city that her parents were from. I think it was called, yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Described it as being amazing. If you looked up, all you would see were huge bright white buildings, as tall as 100 or more decks. And on the, not sure the word for this, it's meters of the bottom deck. Anyway, they said that at the bottom, the streets were lined with willow trees and the tops of the buildings had flower gardens. Have you ever been to a sea before? Or at least heard of it? Yeah, definitely have. Really? So it does exist then? Is it really as beautiful as they said? Truly? Yeah. Wow, amazing. Just amazing. Love to see that. You know what it is? It just sounds so perfectly romantic. I'm not really, well, seeing what the locals all talk about. I'm not used to things being romantic. It sounds nice. That's really my question, I guess. Worth being romanticized about? I don't really care. I guess in some ways. Well, I guess I've already wasted enough of your time with all my silly questions, haven't I? It's just, well, please hear me once more. Then I promise I'll stop bothering you. Do you think I could ever see Earth? It's possible, I guess. Well, thank you for saying that. It just sounds so romantic, and I'd really like to see it someday. Thanks. Very well, I promise I'll stop wasting your time. So, what do you want me to ask me about? Okay, well, we got some more reading to do. Hey, straight to hell. Dear Diary, this nightmare has gone for too long. I think I'm starting to forget what life used to be like. A new theory. Father was wrong about the cryostasis keeping me alive until I could be cured. I think it didn't work at all. Yeah, I just died and went straight to hell. So I'm going to write down all the things I used to be able to do, just so I can remember. I used to be able to read books. I used to be able to have friends. Go to school. Leave home, go visit the plaza and anywhere else in the ship. I think I even used to be able to be in a part of the house I wanted to. And talk to visitors as much as I'd like. My memory is always spending time with my father and mother and brother in the living room. I know my real father thought being respectful was important too, but I don't know. I'm so confused now. I thought he always told me to be strong and to speak up for myself. Did he really say that? I'm being sarcastic, of course, but the scary thing is sometimes I really do forget. Sometimes I think if I just was obedient to what sister-in-law tells me to do, it'd make things easier. Maybe I should just give it and be passive, just sometimes. Scared though. What if I end up really believing that? Hey, next on wife. Today I found out why the household servant, I still can't believe we have one, why, has been so insistent on teaching me how to cook. Well, she doesn't call it that, she calls it serving meals. A year ago I wouldn't have thought that sounded sinister, now I know better. I don't care about this, I told her after the 7th day in a row of lessons. Can we do something else, like go back to sewing? I always loved cosplay. Let's do that. Are the Pale Bride and our little AI friend over here connected somehow? I know it's not fun, but your sister wants you to learn this too, and it is very important. Father's concerned too, so take it seriously, please, young miss. Don't call me that, I said. Don't remember exactly what I said to prompt her next response. Along the lines of, why is it important? Or something. I don't remember what I said, just her response, which blew me away. So you'll make a good wife, of course. Again, I don't remember what I said in response. Maybe I told her that I didn't want to. Maybe I told her I was too young to care about that. Maybe I said I'd just go marry someone who was good at it himself. It was time to care about that. Whatever I said, she didn't take it seriously. Don't be silly, she said, as if I was obviously joking. Father really is worried about your marriage next year. Now is not the time to joke around about those matters. My what? I asked her. Who am I? He said. He never told you? Sorry, forgive me. Pretend I said nothing. Didn't mean to ruin the surprise. Sure he just wants to explain the happy news himself. Are you serious? I asked. The idea didn't make any sense, but since when did anything in this hell make sense? She said yes. Going to be so happy to hear who it is. Better explain, I shouted as I stormed off. Better. Okay, the bride's adolescence. Pale Bride grew to be a fine, demure young wife, but she was not always this way. Near the end of the year 319, she had a temper unruly enough to be mistaken for boys. Do not look upon her wild days with disapproval. She was from another, less civilized time. Rather look upon her eventual submission as a testament to her good character and vitality. She was able to overcome such a wild nature for the sake of the Kim family and the sake of her husband. One evening she stormed into the common room while I was discussing business matters with her deputy. We needed to talk, she demanded loudly. When I indicated I was busy, that only caused her to become even louder. Right now. Perhaps I was forced to excuse him to address the child. Is it a joke? Are you serious? You made wedding plans? She shrieked at me. Please calm yourself, I told her. Set her down. After admonishing her for her rude interruption, I tried to do what I could to calm her myself. Seeing that she had a rather bizarre set of expectations, that she wouldn't marry until she was many years after growing into a woman, that she would elope with any love-struck man who came her way with no regard for her own chastity, that she would have no assistance or protection in finding a suitable husband. Simply put, her ideas were as bizarre as they were dangerous, and for this she had gone angry at the news. Rather than the excitement that one would expect from a girl who found out that she would be getting a husband, not even sensational news that would be to the emperor, all people would calm her. Yeah, well, different times and different cultural expectations, but yeah. Oh, hi. So, do you mind taking a break for a couple of minutes just to chat? Yeah, go ahead. Thanks, I appreciate that, really. I appreciate that you're here. Know you got ulterior motives, what they are I'm not really sure, but most people do. That's alright, all the same. I'm glad you're reading those books, though. Even if you don't really care, it seems better than nobody from the outside the ship ever seeing them. Just what I thought for sure would happen. Why am I being cynical? Say my apologies. Please tell me, what do you think of what you've read about the Pale Bride? Yes, tragic. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. Really glad to hear you say that. Nobody else seemed to think so. There's something, well, here. I've had another message for you. Just, well, why don't you read it for yourself? Oh, I certainly will. But you also have something to say about it here? Maybe. Oh, why don't you just read it for yourself? Okay, well. Got something else to say, or no, just the same thing? Okay, well, back we go. Yeah, at least use my real name. Ooh, okay, here we go. Dear Diary, this week I tried to convince the old man to put me back into stasis by going out on the hunger strike. Didn't work, obviously. On the plus side, at least I figured out where that stupid name they all keep calling me came from. Sorry, that last bit was written yesterday. I couldn't bring myself to keep going. I just kept crying. I still would be, but, well, it just gets exhausting after a while. Too tired to cry. Things aren't going to get better. They can't get better. We're not going to be put back into stairs. We're dead by the time I'm 18. Why did I ever agree to be frozen in the first place? The future can't make me any better. Rather die with my family there, at least, rather than these awful Kims. I wonder if they'll realize I was right after I die. Anyway, hunger strike. It was really hard, and I kind of cheated by sneaking into the kitchen while nobody was looking. But it was at least convince Father to listen. Fine, he said after the fourth dinner time. Show you why I can't. Up until he said that, I had been hopeful. Everything would be fine if he'd just pull me back, I thought, but... Sorry, I guess I've been trying to write this for 2 days now. It's really hard. Anyway, he told me to go see the egg I hatched from. Stupid name for the stasis pod. When he said hatched, worst possible thing came to my mind. Worse, it turned out to be true. He wanted to get me out. He smashed apart the glass with a hammer. The pod was still full of shards. My hope died when I saw the broken glass. Time was right to bring you into this world, he said. Don't remember what I said. Something obscene, probably. It wasn't enough. No, it's hard, Pale Bride, but it is for a greater purpose. What was the point of arguing? It was broken. Nobody in this awful future would know how to fix the pod now. Instead, I argued with what I could. Why do you keep calling me that? I said to him. He responded by pointing at the inscription my real father had left on the pod. Message for me to read when I woke up. First line was written in Chinese characters. They have been fancy, I suppose, but I explained them in Korean underneath. See, he told me the rest is foreign and archaic, but names just at the top, the Pale Bride. Didn't say that at all. Shrieked at him in response. Idiot, you're moron, you're illiterate. Probably some other things too. I can't remember exactly. I was furious. Are you stupid? That's not how those characters read. It says, to my sick daughter. Sick daughter. Sick daughter, you illiterate monster. It says sick daughter. Me. Tried to argue but then stopped. Think he was patronizing me as if I can't read simple Korean script. Just asked in the smuggest voice, then what should I call you, child? Screamed. I already told him 1,000 times before. Hyane. My name is Hyane. I fucking knew it. I called it earlier. But yeah, the Pale Bride and this AI are the exact same. So after she probably died, she got immortalized as this AI. Yeah, there's a shocking revelation for you. Guess what you're going to ask, and yes, it's me. Well, you asked all the logs, right? That's the information you were looking for, wasn't it? I'm not really an AI. I mean, I am now, but I used to be a girl. And I just thought it would be easier to just pretend to be a log-keeping program, rather than explain the whole situation. I don't really wish to drag out the point. You already heard enough about me. I'm sure you don't want more. I mean, I understand. I figured out what you were actually looking for from the start. It's obvious, really. Now you have it. Just, please, be honest with me. What is it that you want to know about? We'll go with the admin password. That's what I thought. You're still here. I mean, that's perfectly fine with me. Guess I was wrong about what you were looking for. Well, you show me something related to what you're interested in, and I can try to help as best as I can. Sorry, it's hard to guess, as you can tell. Well, we finally found out about that. Oh, there's some new ones at block 9. Oh, so yeah, we finally filled out all this. Okay, the new wife. New wife moved in last week and she's been pestering me ever since. Everywhere I go in the house, she's either following me or waiting outside the door. First time it happened, it unnerved me like nobody would believe. The most recent time I stopped being unnerved and moved on to just plain annoyed. I only had one thought. Why won't this silly girl just give me some peace? No wonder her parents are so anxious to send her to our home. Hours before, she's been hanging around in this room. Finally kicked her out when my mathematics tutor arrived. Session went without any hitch, aside from reminding me just how much I hate the damn subject. And after a few hours he left. And who's kneeling right outside my door? It's her, of course. Have you been there the whole time? I asked her. Of course she had. For the love of, we need to talk. So I brought her back in and sat her down at the desk. What is this? Driving me insane. Don't have the time to be babysitting you constantly, I said. Wasn't angry, just annoyed. She looked alarmed all the same. Remember, I was worried she was going to start crying. Instead, she turned her head away. Do you hate me? She asked. Woman, why must they be so damned emotional? I reminded myself that I was talking to a female. You need to approach this differently. Differently. Look, I said, you're pretty. Appreciate that you're trying, so no. Of course I don't hate you. Looked back at me, seeming like she was holding back tears. And why don't you need me for anything? Is there nothing I can do? No, unless you can help me study the classics. She looked down. Right, now nothing is more important to me than passing the civil service exam. Can you even read? A little, she said. A little isn't enough, I replied. How about I set you in on your lessons? Could learn more. I'd be quiet, of course, please. I was about to say no, then I changed my mind and agreed when I heard the next line. At least give me a chance to earn your approval, please. And the new girl. Dearest mother, seems as though there was a new girl in the family. Don't really understand the details, but her name is the Pale Bride. Seems as though she's the 13-year-old girl who was kept inside a giant egg through some sort of magical technology. Huh. So yeah, they had no idea that they're on a fucking ship or anything. Wonder why they tried to erase all that. Passed through the Kim family over the generations. As I said, don't understand how such a thing is possible, but she seems nice enough. Young Sok seems quite annoyed at her arrival. However, he explained to me why. Plans to offer her as a concubine to the emperor. Young and beautiful, and is still without sons, so it'll probably go a long way in currying favor. And that's bad, I asked him. Not strictly, he admitted, but Mia's father doesn't have much faith in me. He's making contingency plans that doesn't require my involvement. Now I'll never know if my success was on my own merits, because the Emperor thinks the girl he'll give him is cute. Did you ever tell him of your plan, working your way to becoming High Magistrate? He knows that. How can he think of contingency is necessary, I asked. Good question, he said, and left the room looking annoyed. To this date, these worries of his still seem to plague him. He can't seem to do anything to relieve him of that.